Paid advertising is any kind of advertising that you have to pay for versus own or earn advertising. There are several categories including pay-per-click, pay-per-impression, and paid display ads. We have discussed about PPC, which is pay-per-click and display ads before. So today we are going to discover the last one, PPI, pay-per-impression. What is it? The difference between it and PPC and many interesting related to this paid ads management will be discovered in today's video. This is going to be my agenda, and now let's jump right into the first question. What is PPI? So what exactly is CPI? Pay per impression is a business model or a compensation method on how to pay for advertising on internet websites. Advertisers pay for the number of impressions on the advertising banner, not per click. The most common way of paying for a PPI ad is a flat fee for every 1,000 impressions. This is known as the cost per mile (CPM) or the cost per 1,000 impressions (CPT), with the M used for the Latin numeral of 1,000. This differs from cost per click (CPC). Because you pay for the ad placement on a web page every time it displays. CPC ads only cost you money if someone clicks on the advertising. So why do we need to understand about pay per impression? There are three main reasons. The first one is viewable impression. So Google recently made a change to the algorithm to ensure that 100% of their impressions on CPM ads are viewable. A few years ago, this was not the case. So many advertisers actually left Google because of the fact that so many of their advertisements were on the page, but not in the view of the users. However, Brad Bender from Google stated that, "I am pleased to announce that Google Display Network is moving to 100% viewable. We're going to migrate all of the CPM in the system to viewable CPMs. All advertisers will be able to see viewable metrics so that they can make better decisions." According to this research, 56% of online display ads are not viewable. As you can imagine, this caused a lot of problem to Google advertisers. If 50% of the ad money you pay is not even seen by the prospects, your conversion rate does not stand a chance. That lines up with a case study done by Luna Metrics last year. So this research said that they found that their conversation on active views was a lot higher, and in some cases the comparison between active and regular impressions was greater than 2 to 1. This could be a game changer for any business that use CPM ads currently, because many companies still shy away from them. Due to the past problems with active impression, there could be easy pickings at the moment. The second reason is enhanced audience insights. Furthermore, Google have been working on improving the audience insight, and one of the best reasons advertisers use CPM ads is to extend the reach of their marketing budget. Therefore, it makes sense that Google enhance the audience insights as well. Google tweaked their analytics to improve the demographic, interest, location, and device usage information they will provide to the advertiser. Now you can use this information to track larger ad audience with a good CPM campaign. Like we've mentioned before, CPM ads can be a cheaper way of reaching a larger audience. Why? Because with general display ads are hovering around $1.9, it provides a lot of potential to reach prospective clients. These ads become a test to ensure that the targeted ads hit the mark with prospect. At the same time, you still have the opportunity to connect with this prospect. But however, this only works well when it works in a tandem with CPC ads. After you have a targeted audience in your head, you can convert them with a targeted CPC ad. The third reason to understand more about this prospect is brand awareness. So the traditional reason Google mentioned that advertisers use CPM for brand awareness. While brand awareness in the traditional sense is close to useless, it can help in one specific regards. Going off the previous point about using CPM as a test for CPC, it is similar to using retargeted ads to bring more in the business. That is because you trust in the brand that is important when people buy. That happens over time, and therefore having an initial campaign where you use multiple CPM ads as a test to increase brand awareness and determine the highest CTR for ads could be an invaluable step in building long-term value. One additional note is when running CPM ads, make sure you cap the number of times a viewer can see your ad in a day. The idea is to spread awareness, not annoy or bully someone into buying your product. Optimizing the frequency and frequency to optimum levels is a critical component in conversion rate optimization. Plus, studies have shown that repeated views in one day by users tend to get ignored. That is why you want to cap the number of words they see in order to ensure that you get the highest click-through ratio possible. Otherwise, if you do not, your ad budget could be wasted or indecisive people visiting a page more than once. Now I'm going to discuss a little bit about the difference between CPC and CPM. Under the cost per click model, the payment is due for every single ad that is clicked. In other words, advertisers only pay when one of their ads leads a potential client directly to the website or landing page. The price for this service varies. In fact, one of the key benefits to advertising via PPC is the ability to bid for an ad placement. This allows advertisers to customize their advertising budget as well as select the time or the placement for the ad. Bidding for popular search terms can be aggressive, but by selecting unique and relevant words, advertisers can typically advertise for a relatively inexpensive amount per click. The cost per mil CPM is slightly different than PPC. Much like traditional advertising, the display of an ad impression is nothing more than a single appearance of an ad. Viewers are not required to take actions, for example, clicking the ad in order for payment to be due. Banners or other advertisements are placed according to the terms of a contract. Payment is typically based on a predetermined number of impressions, generally set as 1,000, thus naming it cost per mil. While the advertisers are paying for each instance of the advertisement, it is generally less expensive than cost per click. Advertisers are drawn towards CPM because of the enormous amount of visibility it can actually bring. The ad is seen often when the ad itself is not clicked. It is strongly believed that the ad is still read and that exposure counts over the long run. And if the ad is attractive and grabs enough attention, the click-through rate will be higher, thus generating even better results. So